Next is we have the pseudo classes. So what do you mean by pseudo classes? Para asa man yung pseudo classes? I think mag-familiar naman the way mo ani. But if you say classes, diba, mo man nagkanang if mag-create a class sa HTML nga file and then gonna call it sa atong CSS using the period, diba? But here in pseudo classes, so it adds style to special stated of an element such as hover, click, disabled, and etc. Kana bang atong mouse? If atong i-hover atong mouse sa ka button, marag mo animate atong buttons, diba? So these are the common pseudo classes. Actually, we have lots of pseudo classes. If you're going to check it in W3 schools or any tutorials, dagan siyang pseudo classes. But I would just choose the common lang, jud pinaka-common. So we have here hover. If you have to overstate atong mouse, it will gives you an animation or a your buttons might be changed depende sa imong butang value sa imong pag-hover later on. Then we say active. So what is the color or what is the effects if the button will be clicked. And we have focus. For focus, it's for the text field is checked, so it's for the radio boxes and checkboxes. And we have here disabled is if your inputs and your buttons are disabled. We have an example. So how to use the pseudo classes? It's used by adding it after a selector. So here, pseudo classes, this one, the pseudo class, and then we add it to another selector nga, which is the button. Okay. So if atong i-hover ang button, man yung color. If atong i-click ang button, then this will be the color. Okay. So can I try it? Actually, I don't want to try it on top, but ganan ko kamo. I want yung nga kamo dyan. Pero anyway, sige na. For example, submit button. I know. Ay, sorry. Galibog. Okay, this one. Okay, for example, that one. So if atos lang batangan out style, this one. So gonna call button, gonna put background color, which gonna yellow. So this one, yeah. One, there's a background color. Okay, so let's may siya man atong default ko, no, but at if atong ganun is pag hover na to mo change po siya og color. So what to do is dili na to butang dire, we're not allowed to put the pseudo class inside the selector property, but we have to put it after the selector. For example, button and then pseudo class, which is the hover. Okay, then gonna add background color, let's say kaniko, no, or let's say black. Okay. And then if atong so if atong ni run, okay, that one, diba? No, but black siya now, pero atong text is black, so pag hover di makita ang click me. So gonna change the font, which is this one, into white. So look, pag hover may mo siyang white. But if click, itong button is same button and then active. So gonna put the background color, which is what color? Aqua. So gonna that one. But if I click, okay. So that's for the pseudo classes. Now next is we have the text field. So we have here input focus. So if ever atong i-click ang text field, this one will be happen. This one, we have the border, the outline, the background color. Gina ng outline, it's because makita man ko siya if ato siyang butang effects. Then atong i-click, makita ang outline. So let's remove the outline. So for example, this one. So before that, ato sa i-add ang text. Wait, so that person. Let's break it twice. And then don't mind if guba. Medyo guba siya. Akong code. So, di ba, it's input. Then type. Supposed to text. Sample this one. Di ba, natadre. Okay. Now, let's customize it. So, if ato siyang i-click, we change yung focus. So, isa man, ato sa letter is input. And then, focus 1. So, for example, I'm gonna create the border. 3px, for example, dashed. And then, color red, para sure. Okay, that one. So, if ato ni i-run, diba? Na-red. Look, oh. But, na-I outline. So, let's remove the outline. Into none. Diba? So, wala na tong outline na to. If ato siyang i-click. But, gonna put background color. Let's say, basta mo lang siya. Para maklaro gamay. Gonna change it into pink. That one. So, something like that. So, that's for the text field. Next is we have the checkbox and radio. Actually, skill lang ni siya. So, if ever magbutang taog check, so, ang size sad niya, ang skill lang niya mausog. For example, actually, dili ko ako mag-example kay, I guess, kabalo na mo ano yun. Ato na mabutan kay, ano yun ba maglibog kay hapon. So, I'm gonna break it. And then, let's say input, and then the type is checkbox, and then here input, and then the type is radio. That one. Diba? So if ato ni-run, okay, so we have the check and we have the radio. Pero sa radio, di man siya mo uncheck or unmark or whatever it is. Uncheck, tawag mo uncheck, diba? So ato reload valid. So to style this one, so input. So let's say input, and then yung pag-checked, then gonna put into a scale. So let's say 2. Sample na. If ito ni run, pag-click na ako, daka diba? Something like that. So that's right. Actually, we have lots of common pseudo classes. We're done with hover, active, focus, check. If you say disabled, it will disable the buttons. So lastly, we have the input, the disabled. So I'm gonna show you how to customize the disabled button. So for example, kaning button ato i-disable. Gonna type disabled. Awan. So you can save it and look. Diba medyo yung opaque or medyo blurry siya, diba? Ang button is because disabled naman siya. But if gonna put color for disabled, so after you type is button and then disabled, and then the background color, let's say red. So which means disabled siya pag red siya. So if gonna run this, mo functioning disabled button ha if disabled imo attribute dere. But if kanang remove this one, of course, it will not work. Dili mo work ato ang CSS nga disabled because wala man tagi butangan nga disabled. Okay? So that's it. Same for the input type text. So if we're gonna put disabled here, look, dili siya mo click. But di mo work kay button maning. But if gonna put the input kay input mani siya, di mani button. So this one. Okay? So that's it. And lastly, this one, your practice number 2. So in your previous practice, incorporate the 3 customized buttons. Place the buttons after each paragraph. Because your practice number 1 is you create 3 paragraph, right? Okay, so now you're gonna add 3 buttons after each of your paragraph. So that's your practice number 2. So see you on the next topic. Bye!